My guest tonight is one of the greatest rebounders the world has ever known. After starting his basketball career at Southeastern Oklahoma State University, Dennis Keith Rodman would dominate his opponents in the NBA for 14 seasons, winning 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, 7 straight rebounding titles, and 5 NBA championships. But before he became the oldest player to lead the NBA in rebounding, did you know he was often bullied in grade school, grew 11 inches after his 20th birthday, worked as a janitor at an airport in Dallas. Tonight we'll learn what makes this undeniable icon who he is. A man who once said, "I'm not comfortable being comfortable." Please welcome Basketball Hall of Famer, the Worm, Dennis Rodman. Thanks for being here. I don't care who you are, what you've done in life. When you walk out and people do that, that feels good, right?
That always got me emotional. You know, that's.
We got all the time in the world.
I know, right?
Here you go, man. We got Kleenex.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're good.
All right.
We're good, man. Just
Got that out the way, shit.
yeah.
Wow.
First of all, you've set a record on this show.
Right.
Nobody sat down and cried. Normally I have to try to make it.
I'm like, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help
That's
it.
awesome, man, because, you know, I think for those of us who don't know you, we saw all that went on in this great NBA career, but we also saw all the other stuff, the personality and everything else, but all the hard work, basketball, and how much the big awards that you earned in your life meant the world to you.
Right.
And that's what I think gets lost sometimes, is how much all that meant to you. You were emotional when you won the Defensive Player of the Year, and you go into the Hall of Fame, and it's emotional. I mean, these are big things for you.
Yeah, man, it's been a great run for me, man, you know. A lot of people counted me out and said, he's going to die at 40. He's going to die at 45. You know, when you go to Vegas and see your name up there and people are betting on you to die, and it's like, wow. But
Come on, that exists?
It's a true story. True story. But, you know, but it's like, you know, I just prove people wrong, you know, because people say, you know, he's a loose cannon, he's wild, he's this, he's that, he's that. But I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, man. People don't give me a chance sometimes. And people want me to always act this wild, crazy individual, you know, out of control person. I'm like, man, do you realize I've done a lot of good things on this planet? You realize that? But I can't say that because people want me to do the bad things so you can talk about it.
It's a lifetime of achievement. You were born in 1961 up in New Jersey, eventually ended up down in the Dallas area in Texas, and you're the oldest of 3. Your dad was an Air Force serviceman, and somebody who, his name's Philander. It's missing 2 letters on the end.
2 letters, baby.
Yeah, I mean, he has led an interesting life and really wasn't a part of your upbringing after you were about 3.
He's had 49 kids. Yeah, kids that he has, and people say,
Wait,
so.
say that total again.
49.
49 kids.
Yeah, 49. It sucks though because, you know, back then in the projects, you actually needed a male figure because, you know, you get lost in the ghetto because you could have went this direction would be 6 feet under. You know, easy. And man, I've seen so much in my life, especially in that environment. That I'm just thankful. Thank you. Whoever's helping me out. Thank you. Thank you for letting me live 55.
Yeah, it's interesting because even though, even though you could have gone this way or could have gone that way, when you look at your childhood, you really pretty played straight. I mean, you were around your sisters, you were a homebody. Your mom was a strong woman too.
Oh my God, man. God bless her heart, man. You know.
I mean, she had to do everything, right? Your dad was gone. She's working. She's raising you and your sisters. That's a lot.
That's a lot, man. And just like I said, it was hard, man. It was hard for her just to maintain food on the table. I just saw, you know, man, beat my mother, man, and kick her. Those are things I hate talking about because it just hurts so much, bro, to see your mother get beat, see your mother get punched, your mother get one more, and all these things is just hurts, and nothing you can do about it. The shit you can do about that, man, it's like, okay, great, so I go in the kitchen, get a knife, I get a gun over here and shoot this guy. No, those are things right there. I'm like, God damn, man. I think it's tough. Any woman that lived, you know, in that environment and working 3 jobs, I think it's tough to really gravitate to how your kids living because you don't pay attention too much. Because when you're working so much, and you know, like I said, my mother never said to me, "I love you," never. I don't think she ever kissed me. To be honest with you. That's what. No, but it's like, but you know what? I don't blame her for that because you know I told you, she did a lot. I mean, did a lot just to keep her composure with divorce and crackheads and shit like that, man. She did a lot, so I can't blame her for that.
Were you bullied as a kid?
I just think that I was just afraid to get involved with a lot of activities, a lot of bad activities. You know, I could have been a drug dealer, I could have been a pimp, I could have been anything back then because everything was so available. You know, like I said, in the ghetto. I don't know why I didn't turn to be bad. You know, sometimes I think about you know, I was like, oh man, I should be dead by now. Because this is hard sometimes. This is hard living this life.
As a boy, I know you love pinball, right?
Right.
And that's where the Worm nickname came from.
Right there, man.
I always thought because it kind of fit later in life the way you would
do my thing, right?
Yeah, do your thing, but it's the way you were jumping around playing pinball.
You know, like I said, it was a 7-Eleven. I used to work for the guy, you know, stacking milk crates and stuff like that, and he'll give me like $3. You know, back then, that was like $100. I started playing pinball, you know, for some reason, for my mind was, and I just like to go in there, jack around, you know, you know, this. Nah, like I said, those are things that kept me, you know, on point. The little things like that kept me on point.
You could have made serious bad decisions, and you didn't. What do you think kept you away from those really bad decisions as a kid?
I have no clue, man. I never had anybody in my life that was positive, you know, because everything you see in your eyes is negative, you know, when you're living like that. And only time you do positive things, like you go to a skating rink, you know, have a smile on your face for 4 or 5 hours, or you go to, boy, I tell you one thing, guys, don't take this too bad when I say this. Boy, and you had to go to church 3 times a day. Oh man, you know that's.
You went to church 3 times a day?
My mother played the organ in the church. She still plays the organ. And I'm like, oh my God, you know. But I said, I know one damn thing. I know the Bible very well.
Yeah.
So I know
maybe there was a little bit of that
right,
guidance.
Little bit of guidance, yes. But all those things like that, I enjoy now. I enjoy it. You know,
it all goes into who you are.
Right.
It's gone into this
what?
stew that is Dennis Rodman. You were small, right? I mean, sports, you know, everybody
Right.
that sat in that chair, by the time they're 10, 11, 12, they're like a prodigy, and they're better than all the other players in their age group, and they're a star this and a star that. And that really wasn't the way you grew up. You played 1 semester in high school, right?
No, I never played basketball in high school.
Just the football?
That's football. I never played basketball until I was like, I didn't start playing basketball until I was like 20, 21. So I was only 5'7" when I graduated high school. I grew up 9 inches, right? In like a year and a half. I'm actually, you know, walking around, you know, I'm walking around and I go to the kitchen, right? Every time I go to the kitchen, you know, stuff like that. And every time I look around, I'm like, I'm getting tall, right? I'm getting tall, right? And next thing you know, my pants are way up here. Right? I'm like, wait a minute, I'm growing. I'm growing. I'm like, oh, wow.
During that time now, after your high school at 5'9" and this growth spurt, you're couch surfing, you're looking at, I mean, you're basically bouncing from home to home.
Home to home, yeah. Every day it was a place I had to go stay somewhere. My friends like, man, you can stay here, so I'll stay like in a garage or something like that. I was homeless for 2.5 years, right? I used to sign shoes back in the day. I did a lot of stuff, man.
Worked as a janitor in an airport?
Stole watches, yep.
Yeah. No, he did. He stole watches.
I did,
I don't know who
so-
your attorney was back then, but you
man.
stole watches, and you were only in jail for one night.
And I'm like, oh my God, dude, I really screwed up this time. Huh? I'm actually in jail. That's in jail. You know, you don't realize it till you get those bars and those brick walls and those things that do your fingers with. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh man, shit, oh, I'm a number now, huh? So
Yeah.
I'm a number now, damn.
So you're finding a place to sleep every night.
Right.
You've had this growth spurt, and somebody sees you.
Somebody saw me from Cook County University and said, you should go play basketball. And I'm like, you know, for what, you know? And it's a college, and so I went down there, and they gave me a scholarship, but I flunked out.
You flunked out, so you're gone after a semester.
After a semester, yeah.
Do you think at that point that was my shot and it's gone?
I never thought about that. I thought it was just something to do, you know, something to do, because it was fun for me at the time. It was fun.
So there's a man by the name of Lon Reisman at Southeastern Oklahoma.
Right.
This guy was convinced that you could be a great player.
Yeah.
And he had to come talk you out of your room
Right, that's right.
to come to school.
I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I just wanted to be, you know, living the way I was living because it was fun what I was doing. And
Wait, what did he say to you to get you from the other side of the door?
I answered the door and said, is Dennis Rodman here? I said, who's asking for him? He said, Lon Reisman. I'm like, all right, great, Dennis Rodman. So he said, when would you come down and play basketball for us? That's what he said. Pretty much that was it. He never saw me play.
Never saw you play.
He just heard about me. And when I went to Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and that's when I met the White family.
You're a counselor at the basketball camp.
Right.
And you meet this young boy,
Man, that was cool, man.
Brian Rich, and you strike up this friendship with him. He saw something in you. Obviously, you saw something in him.
When I met this little kid, he was pretty much, his mother and father walked him in the gym, and he kept running out the gym crying. And then like 2 or 3 hours later, this little kid is standing next to me. I didn't even strike a conversation with this kid. And then next thing you know, I said, dude, just get out here and play, man. Everything's gonna be cool, man. Don't worry about it. And then when the camp was over with that day, I wanted to play horse by myself. And I looked around like, that's the kid. The little kid by himself with a basketball in the doorway. He said, can I come play basketball with you?
And this little boy had been through a terrible accident
God,
where
yes.
he killed his best friend in a hunting accident.
He was telling me the story. He was emotional and stuff like that. He said, yeah, we went to a hunting accident, you know. I was trying to load the gun, and as I was loading the gun, he was telling me the gun went off and shot him right here in the stomach, you know, like close range like this, in the stomach, and this little boy was black. I was like, wow, this is for a reason why I made this little kid together. This is for a reason.
It was not long thereafter that you went to their house.
I went to their house.
He wanted you to come over.
Yeah, he wanted me to come over. So I go to his house, right? The dad don't know what to do with me because he never seen a black person, I don't think. And then, you know, as we come into the town's like 800 people. And they live in, you know, they was raising goobers, peanuts. And went to their house. His mom never saw me. So I go to the house, and all of a sudden, I walk in, and he said, Mom, this is my friend I've been telling you about. He never said I was a black guy. He never said I was 6'8". He never said I was 22 years old. He said,
this is the guy I've been telling you about.
This is the guy I've been telling you about. Literally, she went in the room and passed out.
Come on.
I swear to God, She went in the room and passed out, and then when she woke up, she started crying. Like she couldn't believe, I think she couldn't believe that I was who I was, and me and him was interacting and stuff like that. And then, you know, I went to the house, ate dinner, and I don't know how to act. You know, they got nice silverware, nice cups, and stuff like that. I don't know how to act because I never saw that before, right? And I thought I was just living high, you know, large, right? And the kid said, Mom, can you spend the night? She said, no. You know, you can't spend the night, right? No, but then the dad went and talked to the mom. Okay, she said, well, you can spend the night for one night, okay? No, I was there that one night, and then I went back down to the school, and they said, you can live here if you want. They don't even know me. They don't even know me, right? So I went back down to school, got whatever clothes I had, brought them back to the house, and I lived there for 3 years. And then it was like, wow, it's cool, it's cool. Cool.
And James, the father, thanked you for helping them with their boy.
Oh my God, because he had 2 brothers too, and the brothers never gave him attention. And then, like, after a while, all of a sudden, I became a country boy. You know, I was driving tractors. You know, I would have a scarf on my head, glasses, hat, and stuff like that. Beverly Hillbillies,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
TV show. You know, I'd be driving a tractor like that. I'd be waving at the school bus.
Yeah.
Listen, this is all real. This is a true story. I can't make this up. And like, I'm like every day, man. You know, you had to go out there 15 hours a day, man, belling hay and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I'm a country boy now. And I'm like, wow, man. And that right there actually turned my life around because I actually got people that love me now.
And I mean, and James, the dad,
Yeah.
there was some tough love in there too, right? I mean, you'd never had a father figure.
Oh, no, not at all. So the little boy said, I gotta just give you one advice about my dad. He would put you in that red pickup truck and take you 10 miles down the road and make you feel like shit. That's what he told me. I said, you gonna me do that? And the next thing you know, I'm in the damn truck. You know, I'm in the damn truck and coming back all emotional. I said, you're right. So whenever we do anything wrong, he'll put it in that damn truck, take us 10 miles down the road, and come back. Then all of a sudden, we all flushed out, cleaned out. Now we got things under perspective.
What did that whole experience teach you?
Who I am today, man. A strong man, strong-minded man. It taught me how to work hard and appreciate everything.
So you're 22, you're a sophomore, Southeastern Oklahoma, and you go off. I mean, you learn the game of basketball.
I learned it quick, man.
You had, listen to this, he had 24 points, 19 rebounds in his first game, and he goes to his coach, Lon Reisman, and his statement to his coach is, I hope I didn't disappoint you.
That's the first thing I said. I didn't know anything about the game of basketball. You know, I just thought I'd just go out there and play hard because I think I learned that from James Rich, the father, because they worked hard. They worked hard every day, and then all of a sudden, my mentality got the same way. I just worked hard every day.
Well, his coach said, yeah, Dennis, you disappointed me. Keep disappointing me that way every single game. I'll take 24 and 19.
Any day. I averaged that my whole college career, like 20, 25, 26 points and like 16 rebounds for my whole career in college.
Did Reisman have to teach you the game? I mean,
oh yeah, he taught me
the fundamentals. You hadn't played anything.
I never played basketball like that. So he taught me the fundamentals. You know, I'll stay after practice. I have to run lines. And you know, and then when I did those things, I was pissed off. You know, I wanted to cuss him out and say, you know, screw you, to do this is because I'm the only one that he coached on the team. And then after a while, I started to really look at it. And I see what he's trying to do to me. You know, I think he broke me out of this negative black thing. You know, so he broke me out of that because now it's more normal life for me now.
By the way, right out of the gate, first year, you're an NAIA All-American.
Right. Playing pool in the rec yard, and next thing you know, Dennis Rodman was All-American. And then, you know, I'm sitting there playing pool. I asked the guy next to me, I said, what does that mean? What does that mean? What's All-American mean? I didn't know what that meant. He said, oh, no, you're like one of the best players in the country. I'm like, okay. Okay, all right, but I didn't take it to heart. I just said, okay, great. I mean, they gave me a little plaque like that. I said, you know, I'm here to bring some money, right?
Right, yeah. What am I going to do with this?
What am I going to do with this? Like, you're All-American, right? And then the next year I'm All-American again.
Did you have a sense of where you might go in the draft?
No, you know, it's like, you know, the rich family said, Dennis, you know, the draft is gonna come on now. Okay, great, you're gonna get that, you're gonna be first round. And then next thing you know, I'm out there, you know, playing basketball on the hard court outside the house. And it's, oh, they just called your name. I'm running, you know, running fast, long legs, stuff like that. All of a sudden, bam, damn, oh, fuck, it's a glass door. I'm like, I'm like, oh, my God. Right? They're laughing inside. I'm like, oh, I was so happy to hear my name. I'm like, oh, pop.
You landed in Detroit. Not only was this was a good organization, a great team, fun to watch, but you landed right in the lap of Chuck Daly.
Oh, yeah, man.
You couldn't have been with a better head coach.
Man, that guy, he believed in me from day one. He became my father figure to me because he knew I was so green. I was so green, I didn't know anything. I never been out the country. I never been out the cities or whatever, just lived in the ghetto. So never been anywhere. So when I went to Detroit, it was all new.
What did Chuck Daly teach you that first year when you got there?
Taught me how to live life. Taught me how to live as a professional. You know, he said you can't be this young kid anymore at 25. So I went to college at 25, late. And he said you can't be this young kid now. You in a big league now. You should be a man now. And so understand that. So he taught me that almost every day to understand the world.
He saw something in you, though, right? He saw the side.
Oh, he saw the side.
That he saw the loving side. He saw the softer side of Dennis Rodman, right?
Oh yeah, man. In practice, he would say, "My God, man," he said, "You just go 150%, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, you know, we want to win, right? We got to win." So that was our whole goal, to win, and I just wanted to just be a part of it.
Right out of the gate, you're a part of a team that goes to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right, first year, and I didn't even, you know, I had to go at Larry Bird, right?
Yeah. You got to take on Larry Bird and the Celtics. It's game 5, right? You guys have a lead right at the end of the game. Let's roll the tape.
Into Dennis Johnson.
They're going to run a flare for Bird coming off the McHale screen.
There's Bird with the ball against Mahone.
He'll take it to the hoop. You can bet. He's going to try to draw a foul.
It's blocked. And Seasting hit it off of a Detroit player. No, it is. Here's a disparity in the call. They're going to give the ball to Detroit. Bird steals it. Johnson, layup, Boston. 1 second left. Detroit timeout. 1 second left. Bird steals it and gets it to Johnson at the buzzer. 1 second remaining. McHale waving those long arms. Lane Beer out of bounds. Boston will win this game. And Detroit's valiant effort comes up a point short on a critical inbounds mistake.
That was bad. Right?
All right, so take me through that. First of all, that's a hell of a play by Larry Bird.
No, but the hell of a play was when I blocked the shot.
No, okay, yeah, all right.
I blocked the shot.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's the first play.
That's the first play. That set up the greatness for Larry Bird.
And if you see that play at the end, and when they scored the basket,
yeah.
If you see Isaiah Thomas one outside out of bounds, guess who he's looking at? I'm by myself underneath the basket. I'm by myself underneath the basket right there. He was going to throw it to me. I was by myself. If you saw the play, as I went when I blocked the shot, and then all of a sudden I knew it was us. It was our ball. You always see me do this. I'm running like this. I'm running the whole time, running the whole time, and I was down underneath the basket.
All alone.
All by myself. Everybody, the rest of the guys up here. So it could have been a different story. But that game right there taught us a lot. And then we went on to go, you know.
It's happening now.
I mean,
you guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Sally are now second year comes, your minutes go up.
Right.
You're having more of an impact, and we're starting to that whole bad boy.
Oh, yeah, bad boy. Bad boy.
Bad boys.
Bad boys, right?
That was fun.
That was actually fun because, you know, the commissioners gave us that name. The commissioner of the NBA gave us that name.
Is that right?
So they did. He said, yeah, these are the bad boys.
So where does that second season end? You're in another postseason, and you're right there, right?
We're really right there, man. But all of a sudden now we got the confidence now. We're beating everybody now, you know.
You know you're good now.
We know we're good because now we know we can beat this team. We know we can beat this team. So it's like we had to get over Boston to get to the finals. So it was like those kind of things. Let's beat Boston first. Let's beat Boston.
But for somebody who didn't play as a kid, you learned as an older college player, and now here you are, thinner than everybody else, not as tall as the big guys in the middle, and you are out, keyword, working them for the ball.
Yeah, and it's like I was learning on the fly. I was learning on the fly, and now it's okay, great. Now I know my job is now on this team. And defense, rebound, I have to score much. That was my job now.
So you get past Boston, but now you got the Lakers. You lost a killer Game 5. Right. Now you're in Game 7.
And Detroit wasn't able to score. Will LA be able to score?
Worthy loses it on the drive, and here are the Pistons. Down by 3. Rodman takes the jumper. Scott has it. And gets out of trouble. Rodman threw up the jumper quickly.
Too quick. Should have looked for one of his teammates. That's not his shot. But the emotion of a ball game like this, look at Chuck Daly.
The game ends. The Lakers have won it again.
That shot, I should have never took that shot, man. But we was such in a rhythm though. And I said, if I make this shot, well, we're gonna win the championship. I think it was 3-3 then, right?
Yeah.
3-3. So, yeah, man. Oh my God. That's memories right there. That's memories.
It's memories, and it's part of your growth,
right
as
there.
a player. What did that teach you, taking that shot, missing that shot, and having to live with that over the offseason?
Oh, man, I couldn't, when my teammates said, oh, don't worry about it, man. We get it next year. We get it next year. And so we kept saying, next year.
So you guys know then. I mean, if it was building a little bit in year 2, by year 3, this thing is in full force. The bad boys, everybody has their role.
Everybody got their role.
You make all defensive team as well.
I mean, that third year, man, we was ready. We was ready. You know, and all of a sudden now we had a difficult term now. Chicago started coming up.
Now there's a guy named Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Now there's the Chicago Bulls.
It is. We had to get over them then.
So the Celtics are, they're gone.
They're gone. Then the Bulls started to come up. And every game it was a war to every game, man. I had to guard Scottie Pippen, Michael, those two guys right there every game.
Well, okay, so everybody wants to know this. What's it like playing against Michael Jordan?
It was cool.
You're one of the few guys that can say that, by the way.
It was actually cool, man, because it gave us the opportunity to work harder, because we knew these guys was coming. And once we start playing them, and once we got in the playoff with these guys, but it's like it's hard to keep that guy under 30 points. It was hard, but he was that good, man.
You guys had what they called the Jordan rules.
We came up with that saying with Jordan, because this is what Chuck was saying. If Michael goes to the basket, put his ass on the ground. And I put his ass, because once he get up there, you got to hit him. You got to hit him. I mean, every time he went to the basket, we hit him and stuff like that. So, and I say I got a lot of credit, man. I mean, like these players today, man, they don't really respect how tough it was to play in that era. You know how tough it is when you have to go to the basket, get your teeth knocked out, go to the basket, get your head knocked off, and go to the basket and be on the ground and stuff like that, and all of a sudden nobody wants to pick you up. They don't understand that stuff, how we played. And guess what, though? That's why I call Michael the greatest basketball player ever, because he got his ass handed to him a lot. Because we hit him, man.
So Jordan was tough.
Jordan even said, he said, I had to get back in the weight room. I had to go to the weight room because of Detroit. So,
how confident were you after you got past them going into the finals?
We winning. We winning with the Lakers. There's no question.
No question in your mind.
No question we winning, because we were so built up to do it. Because we went there 3 times before that. But we were so built to do it, man. We had no choice but to win. You know, because I think if we didn't win that year right there, we didn't win, I think we'd have broke the team up.
Now we've got 18 on the 24-second clock, and it's out in front to Cooper. Cooper gives the ball to Woolridge. Dribble drive, in deep. Blocking Fowler charge. Charging Woolridge.
Again, you try to go in a straight line on Dennis Rodman. He shuffles his feet so well, so quickly. It's very difficult. You have to get him off balance first.
Baseline to Aguirre. 20-foot jumper by Aguirre. No good. The rebound underneath. Grabbed under there. Put up under there by Rodman and scored by Rodman in heavy traffic.
That's Game 3 video. Go ahead.
We was going to sweep that series. And it's funny, though, you see all those guys. I'm thin. You see, I'm really thin. I'm like 185, 90 pounds. And I rebound all these guys. They've taller than me. So that's just hard work right there, and knowing what's about the game of basketball now.
Now they'll do it. World champs.
You're a world champion.
We were champion, right?
What'd that feel like?
It felt great, though, you know. And we had champagne. I was there coming off singing and dancing. Like I said, you know, heaven must be like this. So like he coming on singing on that song, right? I'm like, oh my God, dude. But you know, that's when I had the little white kid with me, Brian.
You had him with you. You had Brian Rich with you.
Yeah, right there at the finals.
In the finals.
Yeah. He was like happy, jumping up and down. I'm like just more like just shocked that we won. I'm saying, yeah, we finally did it. We finally did it.
First in franchise history.
Right, first in franchise history.
It's just such a short burst of so much success for you, and so much hard work. So you've won it now. Everybody who sits in that chair who's won a championship says it's a challenge after you win it all to crank it all back up and get it going again. Was it a challenge for you guys?
No, not really, because we wanted to win it every year. Because we thought we should have won it the first 3 years. But then once we won it, we going back. That's what we said, we're going back to win it again.
But I get the sense, you know, first of all, you have to get Jordan again.
Oh, that was a tough series. That was a tough series.
You get Jordan again and the Bulls.
And the Bulls again, and that was a tough series to play against them guys. Then we knew they was coming. They was coming for us every game. You know, every game was really getting close. So we knew. So we had to do whatever we had now. We had to do it now, because we knew after, you know, probably a couple more years they were gonna take over.
So you could sense that there was going to be a changing of the guard there.
Absolutely.
It was just a matter of when.
We knew Jordan was doing Jordan, and they was coming. And Scotty grew up too. Scotty, Horace Grant, they all grew up, so they knew how to play us.
But you get them, and then you go against Portland. You said you were nicked up in that series and not yourself.
No, I played the first couple of games, and after that, I pretty much played sparingly, like 20 minutes a game.
Here's Game 5 video.
Vinnie Johnson with 1 second to go. His shot is good with 7/10 of a second. And the Pistons have won the World Championship. Back to back.
That's funny right there, right? That's funny right there. I haven't seen these videos at all for a long time. I haven't seen them at all for a long time, so I really don't look back at stuff like that. But I like.
But is it nice to?
It's nice to look at it because my son looks at it a lot now.
Well, when do you sense that this Detroit machine is starting to run out of steam?
Game 2 in Chicago.
They get you.
They get us. They was up
third time.
They got us third time. They got us. I think they beat us 4-1 or 4-0, and that's when we all walked off the court. You know, them being spoiled brats. You know.
Wait a minute now. Okay, I was going to ask you about this. So, yeah, you all, the starters, before the end of the game, walked off the court.
Right, we walked off.
Who started that?
Lambert. Lambert, you know,
he didn't want to be out there.
He didn't want to be out there, so we just walked off the court. You know, like something like that. I said, I just followed him. So, you know, I just followed him. So whatever. So you know, but people do it today. They don't say anything about it. We did it. Now, you know, they don't have no sportsmanship at all. They don't have this. But today, people do it. People don't say anything.
In a season, you had 1,530 rebounds.
That's a lot, huh?
Which was the most since Wilt.
Wilt Chamberlain.
I mean, you're doing things. Put that in perspective.
That's a lot of rebounds.
Oh, yeah, that's a hell of a lot of rebounds.
That's a lot of rebounds.
That's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of not giving up.
That's a lot of work right there, man. Plus you have to play 35, 36 minutes a game and stuff like that, and then go hit the gym, and then go hit the thing, and then go try to go home and take care of your wife or girlfriend, and then you go back and start all over again.
So, 1992 comes, you guys lose to the Knicks, an upcoming Knicks team.
Right, they was coming too.
And Chuck Daly is gone after that.
He's gone. Yeah, that was the end right there. That was the end.
That was it.
That was like 86-2, 92-3.
Yeah.
And I actually boycotted that year.
You did?
I set out for like 40 games.
How hard was it to lose this father figure?
It was tough, man. It was really tough because like my wife left me, took my kids, and going across. Everything was really just unraveling at the whole point. So I just locked myself in my house for like a month, 45 days. I left to just go eat and then come back home, and it was like I don't want to play no more. So
at one point, you decided that you might not want to live anymore.
Oh yeah, a gun thing.
In April of '93, in your truck at the Palace.
That was like right there. I really don't even think about that too much, but it's more like, damn man, that was a life-changing experience for me. I think what saved me was the fact that Pearl Jam. I started listening to Pearl Jam a lot.
Pearl Jam saved your life?
Yeah, pretty much. I swear to God, that's all I was listening to the whole time.
Wow. Any reason in particular, or just the lyrics, or?
I think that's just the lyrics. I think I was listening to the song called Black.
Do they know? Do the members of that band? Does Eddie Vedder know this?
Oh yeah, you know that. That's when I first met him. We was walking out. They was walking in, and I was walking out the Palace. This guy said, "Man, you guys should check out this band called Pearl Jam, and it's a good band." So I went and got the album and I played it. I mean, every day. Then we go to the game, play it every day. Then for some reason that song was on, so I think that saved my life. Literally.
That song came on the radio.
Right.
While you're sitting there.
Because I was actually asleep, and the cops came to my window and woke me up. So I was actually asleep with a gun in my hand, and the cops came. I think right there. So they wanted to put me in a psych ward. I'm not crazy, man. I'm just confused right now. So, and I talked them out of that. So I had to go get my mind right, at home.
What you said after the fact was that was the time when the Dennis that conformed
right,
was gone.
It was gone. Because I think more like I said in my books, I said, I didn't want to kill Dennis. I just want to kill who he is, who he is today. I just wanted to change my life a little bit.
It's interesting, though, as you look back on it now, all these years later, what specifically, what was bothering you that you were doing that you had to get rid of?
I don't know. I just thought that everybody was gone.
You felt abandoned.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm like, wow, who else am I turn to? I didn't want to play basketball no more after that. So it's like I played 47 games that year. And the sad thing about it, and I still won the rebound title. And that's what's called dedication, brother. Because people already played 38, 40 games already. I come in halfway through the season and still win the rebound title. So,
That's fantastic.
It's just like that. So it's like,
What was it after your boycott that got you back, turned around?
Couldn't tell you. I just thought, let me finish the season out. And they was going to trade me to Portland. They were going to trade me to Portland. And again, thank God, they traded me to San Antonio. So,
and that's where we all saw the...
This is when it all comes out.
This is where the hair and the
nails and everything.
The rings and
the drag queen and all that. So I started all that stuff, to dress up like a woman, all that stuff like that. So
here's one of those early pictures, and it's like you went from the bad boys to the Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts. So all of a sudden, I'm starting getting tattoos. I'm starting going to gay clubs. I'm
dating Madonna.
Dating Madonna. Dating Sharon Stone. Cindy Crawford. The list goes on, right?
I mean, that's like the Mount Rushmore of.
Yeah. So like, the city kind of embraced me, but what's his name? Popovich.
Yeah, he was a GM then.
Yeah, he hated me. He hated me. He hated my guts because I wasn't a Bible guy. They look at me like I'm the devil. I'm like, because everybody's so like, I'm like, man, okay, all right, that'd be cool. That I started acting out again, right? Because I'm like, they don't want me here. But I'm saying, God damn, I said, my God, man. I said, am I the same guy? Am I the same guy helped David Robinson get a scoring title and MVP? Am I the same guy that sit there and averaged 19.3 rebounds a game for you? Am I the same guy we won 68 damn games? am I that same guy right there? But you guys don't like me. I said, okay, great, trade me. So they traded me to the, of course, they traded me to the damn Bulls. I mean,
you can't say that. Trade me to the damn Bulls.
So it's like, but that is so funny though, because I know why he did that. I know why Popovich did that to me. He think I'm gonna ruin this team. Still believe that to this day. He did that because he thought I was gonna run that team.
So your theory is that Popovich traded you to ruin the Bulls.
Ruin the Bulls.
Oh, that's deep. I mean,
that's what I think about that all the time. When
he sees you on this team, and you're ostracized, and you're on your own. You know, and to be fair, at that point, you were as popular on the court.
Yeah.
Your popularity out here, away from the game, is as big or higher.
Yeah, it was like that, but it's like I wasn't trying to take the spotlight from anybody. You know, I didn't take the spotlight from anybody, but they didn't really embrace me at all.
I mean, tell me though what that's like. You're 34 now.
34 years old.
You've got this other personality going. You're dating who's who, from Madonna to all these women, and now you're playing for this rival, really one of your first rivals in the NBA. Yeah, you're playing with Jordan. You're playing with Pippen.
But it was so cool how they got me. It's like more like, so we go to Phil Jackson's house. It's Mike and Scotty's there. So Phil asked me, Dennis, you want to play for me? First thing I said, I don't give a damn. You know, the first thing came to my mind, you said, okay, great, you're a Bull now. So that's how we became, you know, for the team.
Tell me about Phil Jackson. I mean,
good guy.
Great coach, obviously.
Good guy, though. Good guy.
Yeah, was it Daly-esque? Was it Chuck Daly-esque, or just different?
Phil was just free. He was just free spirit. Like
yeah, I mean, this is a guy who's reading like Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Repair, and I mean, he's like a free thinker, and now he got the freest of thinkers coming to his team.
It was cool, man, because we'd sit there, lay down, and just do the Zen thing. You know, he'd bring people in, one of his boys and stuff like that. We'd sit there, lay down, and get our minds right, be free and stuff like that. And that was just so cool, because that was, no one expected us, I don't think anyone expected us to win 72 games. I don't think anyone expected us to win 60 games, maybe 50 games, because they didn't think me, Mike, and Scotty would get along. You know, because
how was that though? I mean, was Michael into you being on the team?
He was into me because I just rebound and give him the ball. So I give him the ball. So you know, so he was into me because they needed a rebounder. So I was also a perfect fit for that team. So we got along really well though. And yeah, like I said, there was no bad time in Chicago. None.
96.
So that crowd right now is so ready. Hopper way off the front. Dennis Rodman, who's been quiet the last two games, has certainly had an impact here tonight. Pass from Hawkins broken up. And here's Pippen leading the 3-on-2 as they spread the floor. Pippen for Rodman on the right.
This is so cool, man. Oh my God, that's it.
That's great.
That's funny. That city embraced me so well. I mean, after I said the first couple of months, and then all of a sudden, I'm like overshadowing Michael now. I'm more famous than Michael. And Michael said, "Oh my God!" Then when I went home, and for Halloween, my kids, they was dressed up like Dennis Rodman.
That's awesome.
That's it. I say, like, I was like, Michael, you know, you F, you know, he was kidding though. You said, my kids are dressed like you now. That's what I said. I know, well, man, you know.
Hey,
so
don't fight it.
Well, hey, man. So we got along really well, all three of us. We got along really with the whole team and stuff like that.
In 1997, you faced the Utah Jazz in the NBA Finals.
So after that, we all sat around at the gym, at the practice facility, and Phil said, I'm retired this year, and Michael said, I'm retired too. And I'm like, oh no, here we go again, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Then we got together and we said, yeah, we'll stay for one more year.
You're playing Utah again in the finals, and you square off against Karl Malone.
He was good, man. He was really, really good, man. And the funny thing about that, people don't even know me and Malone, we played on the same summer league team together. And he used to date my sister. It was 3 years. With 3 years, nobody knew that. So it's like, okay, great. So when we get into a game, we always get in the faces and stuff like that, trash talking,
Jordan said, this guy's something. He said every time they threw that ball up and tipped off, you were ready to play.
I was right there all the time. I never just focusing on the game. I want to go out there and play, and I want to win.
Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their 2nd three-peat.
Oh, that's great.
That was cool, though. That was like a defining point in my career right there, because, wow. Came back, we won a championship. Michael came back, won a championship, Scott, and we kept the team together. And to this day, man, I wish, that's the only thing I wish that we should have did. We should have came back for that 4th year. Should have came back, we would have won it, because it was a short year. It was like only 51 games. It was a short year. And I said, we could have won this again.
Can I ask you about this quote on the wall? I'm not comfortable being comfortable.
Well, right, I'm not. I'm not comfortable being comfortable, because I think that I let myself down sometimes, because I think I'm not worthy, because of, I guess, my upbringing in the ghetto. Because I said, oh my God, I don't like this guy. Sometimes I always say I don't like this guy anymore. Because every time I do something, maybe exciting or something like that, it hits me a lot. I think about it too much now, instead of like just being, just doing it. I think about it now, because when I'm sleeping, it pops up. I say, oh God, damn, man, what did I do? So that's when I've been staying low for a while. Started being in the media and stuff.
I hope that sitting out here and going through this, right, which is not something that you're typically doing, lets you understand how loved you are. Like people root for you.
Oh my God.
I mean that.
It's funny, but it's just funny. So, it's just funny. Thank you, guys. But it's just funny, though. It's funny the fact that I don't look at it like that, because I don't want people that say, "Oh my God, you're famous." Oh my God.
I don't think it's that. I think people people enjoy you. You're smart. You're funny.
But I hear it all the time, though. Say, okay, great. Because I don't want people to look at me as a basketball player anymore. I want to be looked at as a normal guy. People say, oh my God, I used to play for, no, please don't. I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm a normal guy now. That's gone. That life is gone now. I got to live my life for the next 25, 30 years and happy and see my kids grow up and play basketball, whatever they're going to do. So that's what I want to do now.
So here's this kid who gets drafted by the Detroit Pistons, and in 2011, whose jersey's hanging up in the rafters?
Oh man, that shocked me. They said, we want to retire your number. And I said, oh, great. I didn't even know they was going to do it. I'm like, oh wow, my number's retired here.
Well, after they retire your number, 3 days later, you go into the Hall of Fame.
This game's been very good to me. I could have been anywhere in the world. I could have been dead. I could have been a drug dealer. I could have been homeless. I was homeless. And a lot of you guys here that's been here, and a lot of you guys are here that's in the Hall of Fame, know what I'm talking about, living in the projects and trying to get out the projects. And I did that, but it took a lot of hard work and a lot of bumps along the road. You're funny. See, you got me all like my emotion. Trying to get all emotional good, right?
Yeah, I noticed you don't even really want to watch that.
I don't watch that.
Why?
Nah.
Too emotional?
Nah, that speech was pretty much for my mother. My mother, my kids right there. So it was pretty much for them. So it's appreciation for them for that, for giving me what I am.
Can I just ask you, this quote, I'm not comfortable being comfortable. Were you comfortable going over to North Korea? I got to ask you.
I know you.
I suck if I don't ask you that.
I know you're going to ask. I knew you were going to.
Come on. What's going on with Kim Jong-un, and what's the rest of the world missing with this guy?
He loves basketball. I mean, a lot. He loves basketball. He asked Michael to go. Michael said no. Then he asked me, and I said, okay, I'll go. But the deal is, I didn't know anything about the politics of it because I wasn't going over there for that.
Right.
I wasn't going for that. I was just going just to meet the guy. It wasn't about politics. It was nothing about that. And everybody want to keep making this big hiccup about why did you go over to North Korea? Don't you know who this guy is? I'm saying it wasn't for me to go over there. I just wanted to make history. I thought history because not too many people ever go over there just to even have a conversation with them. And people made this such a political stand for that whole thing. I'm like, whatever, man.
Right.
So, but you know what? And like I said, I'm glad I went because it's just part of history. A lot of people went over that over the years, you know, not for political. I went there for sports, and that was it. So if people feel so comfortable or uncomfortable about that, I'm sorry, but I did it, and it's you know, the rest is history for me.
It's something that Coach Reisman said to me when I talked to him about you. He said, you know, a lot of people don't understand Dennis's intentions a lot of the time. I mean, that's an example of it.
That's the example right there. It's just people
assume the worst.
No, that's what I'm saying. People assume the worst about me because they expect me to be this person. I mean, to be this person because I can do the most coolest thing on the planet. They would take that and spin it. It's like, oh my God, he did this for a reason. He did this, da da da. You know how Dennis is. He wants to be on TV. I said, no, dude. You know, they make the positive into a negative on me quick. And I can't fight. I don't like fighting stuff like that, so it's okay, great. If you want me to be a bad guy, okay, I'll be a bad guy.
Isn't it ironic, Dennis, that the ultimate NBA rebounder has done nothing in his life but rebound?
Yeah,
you know? I mean, you have rebounded time and time again.
I tell you what, I wrote a book called I Should Be Dead by Now. And I'll tell you, brother, there has been, oh my God, a few times, man. I mean, the light came on, brother. It came on in my head, and I'm like, oh, wow. And I teach my kids, I said, don't worry about what's going on beside you. Just keep walking forward because life is all about this right here. You know, keeping your head up, brother. Just keeping your head up. And don't ever hold your head down, no matter what it is, brother.
The last question I ask on this show is, what's next for you?
Well, man.
You can say tonight or in a year, or you can pick anything you want.
If I could actually do something really cool before I die, I would actually let people see me and my kids together. Just doing some cool things like a family. And I do like that. That's why I like to see that.
That's what you hope for.
I like to see it.
You'd like to see it. I think everybody in here would like to see it.
But they don't like to see, they'll see like the soft side of me with my kids and stuff like that. You know, I just wish that day would come, that I could hang out with them sometimes. Just hang out with them just one day.
Make it happen.
I'm gonna try, brother, I'm gonna try.
You got power, make it happen. All right, here's how we end this. Fun questions. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life?
Rewind.
Do some things over?
I just do one thing over.
What?
I wish I had a relationship with my daughter, first one. Well, you gonna get on emotion, shit.
No. I just don't feel like following that up with, would you rather have to waddle like a duck or hop like a bunny everywhere? It just doesn't work.
Don't work like that.
I mean, these are fun questions. You drove it right into the emotional. I can't follow it up.
All right. Cool.
So what I will do is thank you in front of all these people for being open and for letting this happen. The great, the undeniable Dennis Rodman.
Cool, man. All right.
Oh, man. So great.
All right, cool.
You can lead. You can run.
Right out here. Sensational.